Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English channel. In our today's video, we are going to talk about what are green firecrackers. But before that, let me give you a context. Why are we going to discuss green firecrackers, okay? Now the notes that I will be using in this session, in case if you want to download them, you can go to this particular Telegram channel and download them. And while you're at it, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel also. So let me tell you, why are we discussing green firecrackers after all? Now, how many of you remember last year or in the past few years, there have been an absolute ban on sale and lighting of firecrackers in Delhi NCR because of obviously the pollution problem. Now, this year there is a good news. This year, the Supreme Court has allowed conditional sale and lighting of firecrackers, but only of government-approved green firecrackers. So, why has Supreme Court overturned its earlier decision? There must be some very good logic behind it. We'll try to understand this. What or parameters did Supreme Court evaluate before coming to this decision? And then we'll discuss what are green firecrackers. Okay. So let us start today's discussion by understanding what are the directions given by Supreme Court on how you should celebrate Diwali this year, particularly if you plan to burn firecrackers in Delhi NCR. Now, Supreme Court first of all said that only green firecrackers, which is approved by National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, which is a lab of CSIR, only those recommended green crackers can be sold and used in Diwali, particularly in Delhi NCR this year. Now, the sale of these firecrackers have also been regulated by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has said that the sale of firecrackers can also only happen between October 18th and 20th, and these can only be sold from a designated location which has been highlighted by the district administration. In addition to that, the Supreme Court also stated that the use of firecrackers is also restricted in 2 days. That is the day before Diwali and on the day of Diwali, and the timings are also restricted. You have 1 hour in the morning between 6 to 7 a.m. to burn the firecrackers, and in evening you have 2 hours, that is between 8 to 10 p.m. But Supreme Court has also highlighted that the firecrackers which might contain barium salts or any other chemical that has been banned by previous court orders, that remains. So these are strictly prohibited. Only green firecrackers are allowed. And the violators, both manufacturer and seller of these crackers, if they violate the government order, then they will have to face penalties. So this is all the new direction that has been come from Supreme Court side. Now, in this regard, let us understand why has court after all relaxed the ban this year. There must be some very sound logic, right? There is. What is that logic? Let us discuss this. First of all, last year there was a complete ban on sale and burning of firecracker. But does it mean that people of Delhi last year did not burn firecrackers at all? No. So as a result of complete ban, what happened was illegal smuggling of these firecrackers into Delhi NCR, which people were able to buy it. So it showed that even despite your complete ban, there was rampant use of this polluting firecrackers. So government and Supreme Court decided this year that we should follow a middle path. Yes, we can allow sale and burning of firecrackers, but only green firecrackers. Why green firecrackers have less pollution as compared to the conventional firecrackers? Because they are known to reduce particulate matter emissions by 30 to 80%. Similarly, even the government of Union of India and the Delhi government has supported Supreme Court in this regard. They have said that yes, if we have imposed a guideline, we are going to ensure that strict compliance are ensured in the guideline that has been brought by Supreme Court. Now, what was the major factor that led Supreme Court do away with the ban? The reason is, first of all, why did you ban firecrackers in the first place? To ensure right of life, that is right to clean air, which is a part of Article 21. But if you completely ban sale of firecrackers in India, don't you think it would negatively impact people who are employed in firecrackers industry? So in a way, you are affecting their right to seek livelihood, which is a part of Article 19. So considering these two opposite articles, Article 19 on one hand, which ensures right to livelihood, Supreme Court has tried to balance Article 19 with Article 21, which ensures right to life, right to quality life, right to breathe clean air, right? So these two rights have been balanced by Supreme Court, and that is why ban has been lifted, but only lifted for green firecrackers. Now, why did Supreme Court ban firecrackers in Delhi NCR? After all, we all know the reason, because of air pollution. But there were certain petitions that have come that led to Supreme Court banning the firecrackers. It started in 2015 when 3 infants, obviously through their parents, they filed a motion in the Supreme Court highlighting that Because of firecrackers, they were breathing polluting air. So this started the judicial scrutiny on the part of Supreme Court on the issue of burning of firecrackers in India. And this judgment came in 2018, where government and Supreme Court banned conventional firecrackers. And for the first time in India, it introduced the concept of low emission green firecrackers. And at 2018, they allowed a limited 2-hour window for bursting, but only green firecrackers. Now, what happened in 2020? The National Green Tribunal, it imposed an order. It imposed an absolute ban on sale and burning of firecrackers in Delhi, which was extended to the entire Delhi NCR by the Supreme Court of India in 2024. Now, despite this complete ban, you have to understand, last year also the air quality index of Delhi after the Diwali went to remain very poor and severe in nature, which means that despite the legal ban, because of weak enforcement, it did not lead to reduction in pollution. So what was the point of complete ban if you can't enforce it? So that is why this time Supreme Court has taken a middle path, that yes, we are allowing firecrackers, but only green firecrackers because they pollute less. So you must be thinking, what is so different about green firecrackers? Are green firecrackers just green colored version of the conventional firecrackers? No, these are not green colored firecrackers. Rather, the green firecrackers are environmental friendly firecrackers because CSIR, Council for Scientific Research in India, and its lab NIRI that we have already discussed, they have developed certain formulation which ensures that the firecracker does less pollution. So green firecrackers does not mean they don't create pollution at all. They create pollution, but less pollution than the conventional firecrackers. And naturally, they have reduced environmental impact. That is the negative impact. Now, what you have to ensure that the composition of these firecrackers is that they don't have harmful chemicals like sodium or barium nitrate, arsenic, lithium or mercury, which the conventional firecrackers have. And these firecrackers are designed to release water vapor and dust suppressants, which means they are able to trap the portion of pollutants which are generally emitted by the firecrackers. And therefore, it has been claimed that green firecrackers are able to reduce the PM 2.5 emissions to about 30%. So this is one of big advantages of using green firecrackers. You do not utilize harmful chemicals, and it is also able to suppress the pollution by as much as 30%. Now, in addition to that, green firecrackers also have low noise intensity. The maximum limit of noise that green firecrackers can create is 120 decibels, much lesser than the conventional firecrackers. Now, for you to manufacture a green firecracker, first of all, you need a license from Petroleum and Explosive Safety Organization, which is an organization coming under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And you also need a certificate from CSIR NIRI highlighting that, yes, the firecracker that you have produced is a green firecracker. And without the certificate, you can't sell these firecrackers in Delhi. Now, authenticity of green firecrackers is also very essential so that we are able to find out whether the firecrackers are duplicate or not. So it can be identified by a green logo and QR code, which you can verify yourself that the firecracker you have bought this time is a green firecracker. So these are the measures that the government has undertaken, first of all, to ensure availability of firecrackers which are green and also ensuring authenticity of these green firecrackers. Okay. Now, what are the constitutional and legal dimensions involved? I told you, while discussing this matter, Supreme Court dealt with two important articles of the Constitution. On one hand, it dealt with Article 19(1)(g) of the Constitution, which deals with right to carry out any trade or business. And if you impose a ban on sale of firecrackers, obviously people who are engaged in firecracker industry, they would be negatively impacted. But on another hand, there is also a very important article of Constitution, Article 21. Article 21 ensures you have a right to life, and not just a normal life, but a good quality life, which also means that you should breathe a clean air. That is, a right to clean air is a part of Article 21. So Supreme Court this time has tried to balance these two articles by ensuring, yes, sale of firecrackers is permissible, but only green firecrackers. Okay. There are other articles also in the Constitution. For example, Article 48A and 51A, which are part of DPSP and the fundamental duties. They ensure environmental protection duties. Similarly, there are Environmental Protection Act 1986, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Acts, and Explosive Act, which deals with matters relating to air pollution and explosive like firecrackers. Now, what is the significance of this order? First of all, Supreme Court has tried to balance two important provisions of the Constitution. It has ensured environmental protection, which comes under Article 21, with livelihood rights, which comes under Article 19, subsection 1, subsection G. And it recognizes that implementation challenges used to exist, and therefore blanket bans earlier were not as successful. Similarly, it also this time has ensured database test case approach. So future policy of Supreme Court or the government would be determined based on the current report given by the CPCB on how this year's pollution was different than last year despite usage of green firecrackers. And it has also reiterated a very realistic approach followed by Supreme Court. It shows that Supreme Court and its justices are judiciously very pragmatic. They are ensuring environmental governance, but they are also ensuring that people themselves who depend on livelihood from firecracker industry, they are not harmed. So these are the important significance of the judgment that we have already discussed. Now, before solving the practice question, I want to tell you something. Now, the article that we discussed falls from many different subjects like environment, like science and tech, like polity. But how am I able to link these three individual subjects together? Because I've gone through multiple iterations of study. You can also have the same ability. You know how? You can subscribe to one of our courses. In our courses, we offer teachings for all the subjects that are important for UPSC. So after you're done with our batches, you'll also have the ability to link different topics and make it coherent for aspirants like you to understand, right? Now, you can obviously choose whatever batches you feel like. Suppose if you're giving exams in 2027, you can opt for this batch. And if you're looking to give exams in 2028, you can opt for this batch. One thing you'll have to remember before making this payment, that if you use the code ATS Live, it will fetch you maximum discounts on not just this, but on all the courses of our StudyIQ IAS, including optional courses. Understood? So you'll use the code ATS Live. Now, before ending this today's session, I also want you to solve a particular question. Now, in 2024, a question appeared: which of the article falls under which part of the Constitution? Under which of the following articles of the Constitution has the Supreme Court placed the right to clean air? Do let me know the correct answer in the comment sections. The one who will answer this question correctly, which of the article highlights right to clean air, will get a thumbs up from my side. And if you want to download the notes, they will be available on this particular Telegram channel called as ATS Live. So this is all for today's session. If you have any problems in locating this channel, you can scan this QR code. And I'll see you again. Please have a very good night.